Hey everybody, it's Cup of Joe, hashtag Saturday Smiles. I've been doing a small group study at our church on my new book, Change. 8 questions that you can ask that will help you know, grow, and go when it's time. And the first question I want to talk about today, I think it would be beneficial to you. It's been great for our group to discuss it. The first question is, how do I know when the season is changing? The Bible says there's a time for everything, a season for every activity under heaven. So there is a seasonal change that takes place, and seasonal change brings about personal change. So how do I know the seasons are going to change? And here's a couple of suggestions. These aren't the only answers. You can have your own list, but these are 2 I offer in this book. Number 1 is climate change. I'm not talking about the weather, has nothing to do with the weather. Has everything to do with the people, the places, and the spaces in your life. So in short, just the people that you're around, the places that you are going to or that are surrounding you, or the spaces that you're in, the environment, the atmosphere, just doesn't feel like it used to feel. There's something different. You may not even be able to describe what it is. It just doesn't feel the same. The people don't feel the same. The spaces don't feel the same. The places that you exist in don't feel the same. Probably a good sign that change is just around the corner. So you can begin to ask the Lord, how can I prepare for what is about to come into my life? I don't understand what's going on. I feel a little restless. I just want to be in the sweet spot of your success. And the second thing besides climate change is the loss of enthusiasm. I could say it like this, when your fruit begins to turn. And Galatians 5:22 tells us that the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, and patience, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. When your fruit, those things begin to turn in your life. In other words, they are not ripening and coming forth. They are becoming rotted out in your life. It's probably a good sign that a change is just about to happen to you. So the whole reason to understand what change is about, to be able to sense when it is going to happen, is to be able to move through it with grace and with strength that only God can provide. And God will provide for you. He will show you the way to the other side. This book is filled with 8 questions that you can ask. There's so many more you probably have already asked, but these are great ones. Let me give you the other ones in this list. What if I'm not ready to change? Question number 3, how do I make a decision to begin? What if it gets worse before it gets better? And what do I do while I'm stuck in this hallway? When you've come out of one season, but the next season hasn't opened up yet, and you're kind of stuck there in the hallway. What do you do with that? What's the best way to walk into the next season? And what if the new season is nothing like I expected? And the last question, which is one of my favorites, what is God asking of me? Because that's what I hope anybody that reads this book does at the end. Lord, what are you trying to say to me in this? How can I prepare myself for what you are about to do in my life? And here's what I know. If you ask, you receive. If you seek, you find. And if you knock, God opens doors that no man can shut. That's good news for a Saturday. That ought to make you smile. I love you all. Hashtag Saturday Smiles, Cup of Joe. I'll talk to you soon.